different for you. Even when there's nothing, you always make up something.
Ryan, how about this? You like this dress? I just stood and shook my head no because I didn't like the dress my best friend shown to me. Yeah, Sochin, how much time will you guys take? It's been 5 hours. Since she didn't like anything, you just leave her and take what I say. Fiancé of my friend yelling at her as he was so tired of my selection. Han, please don't say that. She will pick the best one for me. I trust her. Please, just be patient. While she was trying to convince him, I didn't pay attention to them and continued finding a dress. Yes, I found it. It will be a perfect dress for you. I said loudly out of excitement that they both stopped their fighting and looked at me. Thank God, finally you found. I thought you will not select till the last minute of our wedding, he said, keeping his hand on the chest after letting out a deep sigh from between his lips. Haha, enough of your sarcasm. Sojin, go and try this. We don't know whether the fitting is correct or not. She went inside the trial room along with the store dress helpers. When I'm requesting you, please finalize this dress. I don't have an ounce of energy to wait more, he asked with folded hands. Okay, son, don't worry. This is going to be her wedding dress. You will thank me for this, I said, patting my shoulder while looking at him proud. Meanwhile, I went to the other side of the dresses section to pick a dress for me as I was the bridesmaid. Son sat in one of the couches and waited for Sojin. As time passed by, Son's friend arrived at the store and went to him. He stood in front of the Son, who was indulged in surfing the internet and tapping his black Chelsea boot to the floor impatiently to make Son known he was there. Hey man, what are you doing in front of me? Go find your place. He said without looking at the person, but his friends still continued to do that, which annoyed Son. Yeah, who the hell are you? He yelled at him while standing up, but then he started gulping the lumps after looking at his friend, who was already giving him a death glare. Jungkook, you here? What can I do when my friend come employee absent to work without giving any information? Even he is so busy to call me, he said, shifting his gaze from Son to his phone. Son hurriedly kept his phone in his pant pocket and spoke like this. Please don't find me. I'm here to buy dress for my wedding. In this hurry, I forgot to inform you. I would not repeat it. How many lies will you say? You're making mistakes over and over. If you repeat, I have to forget about my friendship. Son understood Jungkook was serious this time. Okay, first you sit here. I will bring you a juice. Jungkook sits on the couch while Son leaves. Time skipped. Son and Jungkook were waiting to go leave the store as soon as Hojin arrives. Yeah, Son. Why is she taking this much long just to wear a single dress? You know, these ladies are like this only. Even for buying a single lingering, they will take ages. There is no surprise for taking this much time for their wedding dress. You got it right. Jungkook simply nodded after leaving a deep sigh. Then suddenly the curtain in front of them slowly opened, revealing the surgeon in white wedding ball gown. Luckily, I came there on time to see my beautiful best friend. Wow, you are so beautiful. I was screaming hell while everyone was looking at me weirdly. I went near her and was squeezing her squishy cheeks like my doll got dressed up well. Sujina, you are so pretty. Hey son, isn't your bride beautiful like I said? When I called him, then Jungkook, who was talking with him, looked at me. His heartbeat started racing slowly, even though he didn't know the reason. Man, what's happening with me? Why my heart beating fast all of a sudden? Jungkook point of view. Why is my heart racing seeing her? I thought to myself and I turned my gaze from my heart to her. She was so happy. She got a nice smile. Her silky hair strands added much more beauty to her face. Yes, my Sojin is so beautiful. I uttered those words out without knowing, but then he heard that. I came to my senses and nodded to him. Jungkook point of view ended. Son, who's that girl next to Sojin? Ah, she is Vayan, best friend of Sojin. We are late because of her. My wife wants her to select a dress. She took 5 hours to select this dress. Oh, Vayan. Wait, why am I asking about her? Jungkook, you are not interested in girls, then what is this? Just be away from her. He thought to himself. As soon as Sojin liked the dress, they brought it. Along with them, I also took my dress and paid the bill. I'm hungry. Shall we go to a restaurant? I'm carving for fried chicken. I said by closing my eyes and moving my tongue around the lips touching. Then Jungkook couldn't stop admiring my cuteness and chuckled, which made me look at him seriously. Why are you chuckling, mister? Who are you? He tightened his face and came back to serious mode. It's my wish. I have a right to chuckle, laugh whatever I wish to. Do you have any problem? Before I could retort, Son calmly, as he knew about my temper. Hey Ryan, he's my friend Jungkook. He doesn't know who you are. That's why he behaved like that. Okay, fine. I'm leaving him just because you're a friend. Let's go now. I'm so hungry. With it, we came out of the store. Ryan, you come in Jungkook's car. We will come in our car. We need some personal time, okay? I not even finished saying he started the car and drove off. Meanwhile, the person who irritated me earlier was hitting his horn continuously to annoy me more. There I went to his car, stomping my foot, and stood in front of the car door, looking away. Then he rolled down the car window of his next seat. Am I your driver to open your door? Just open by yourself and sit, else come by walking. He waited for 2 minutes, but still I stood idle. Okay, I'm going. Rest is up to you. He started the car and was about to leave, but then I quickly opened the door and sat inside. I thought you like walking, not bad. You have concern towards your legs. Hello, better don't talk with me. I'm so frustrated and so. Can't he stop his hormones? Such a pervert husband my friend is going to marry. Seeing my annoyed face, he smiled at the mirror on his side without me seeing it. Okay, fine, we drove off. After some time, we reached the restaurant and were ordered our food. Meanwhile, we were having some conversation except that arrogant Jungkook. This restaurant is one of my favorites. Yes, when she comes here, she eats a lot. Son, better borrow some money from your friend, else you will be in trouble. Me and Sujin had high-fi and laughed at Son. Then my eyes fell on some random girl who was crying. What's happening there? Why is she touching his legs? What is another girl doing? I saw a girl who was begging one boy to not leave her while he stood holding some other girl's hand. Oppa, please don't leave me. I cannot live without you. She was begging him by touching his legs. Don't call me Oppa. I don't love you anymore. Did you see her face? See how beautiful she is. Just don't create any scene here. Baby, don't waste your energy on this loser. Let's move. Seeing them, I understand that girl was dumped by him for that sly girl. My blood was boiling by seeing that poor girl. Why are you alright? Can we get outside? She asked me that as she saw my fingers tapping on the table restlessly. I think I'm not. That breath getting on my nerves. I gritted my teeth and went to them with a clenched fist. Hey, can't you leave us alone? Before that call could say, I moved her aside and stood in front of him. Why should she leave? You hurt her and dumped. Now just for enjoying with this sly girl, you are telling this girl to leave, huh? Yeah, who the hell are you? This is our personal matter. Don't interfere. If this is your personal matter, then you have to discuss at your personal space, not in the public. What the? She was trying to raise her voice over me, but I pushed her to the ground. Hey, what did you do? Get lost, else you will. Before he could lift his hand on me, I slapped on his cheek. Don't raise your voice over me. And you, girl, I don't know your name, but listen, don't waste your love on him. This type of boy doesn't deserve your love. They only know hurting the feelings of a loyal girl for this type of sly girl. You don't need to beg him for love. You don't need him to stay in your life. It will take some time to recover from this. Later, focus on the career. You just stand for yourself and save your self respect. As the girl nodded, I was walking out from there, but then I lost consciousness and fell on the ground. As my friends saw me, they quickly ran to me. Ryan, get up. Ryan, are you hearing? He was asking, patting on my cheeks. Sojin and Son also worried about me. But I didn't come to conscious. With that, he took a glass of water and splashed a few drops on my face. With that, I opened my eyes, but my body was too weak to get up. Then Jungkook lifted and carried me in his arms and took me to his car. I don't know why he worried that much about me, but one thing I noticed was that he was so concerned about me. His face started sweating. I was just looking at him while running to his car, carrying me in his arms. I was just looking at his face surprisingly, but from nowhere my heart started pounding fast, even his heart too. He slowly placed me in the front seat. Ryan, let's go to the hospital. Soon, I will take her. You guys follow us in your car. It's okay, I'm fine. If you have time, then please drop me at my place. Soon, will you? No, why are you asking him? I have so much time for you. Tell me your address, I will drop. I don't know what he means about so much time for you. He wasn't the person I saw earlier. He acted cold, but all of a sudden he was carrying me. Yes, Ryan, he will drop you. We have to meet church father once regarding our marriage, so please go with him. Okay. I simply nodded. Jungkook got into the car and drove off. Sojin and Son also get into the car. Son, did you observe your friend Jungkook? He was so concerned about Ryan. Yeah, I haven't seen him like this after that incident. From that day, he never looked at other women. I think destiny decided to unite two broken souls. He entered Jungkook's car. I was resting on the seat by leaning my head with closed eyes. Wind started touching my face through the window. I was just trying to come out my thoughts. Then I felt Jungkook's eyes constantly watching at me. Why are you looking at me? Do you want to ask me anything or do you have anything to say? I opened my eyes and turned at him, who was already looking at me without blinking my eyes. No, I don't have. I'm just simply looking as you are not well, he said, turning his gaze towards the road. Please stop the car at the coming park. Okay. I got down from the car and closed the door. Thanks for your help. My house is nearby. I can go from here. Please take your way, I said, and about to leave, but he stopped me. Ryan, wait, I will also come with you. He got down from the car. No, it's okay, I can manage. I can't leave a girl in the middle of the night. Now you are my responsibility. I will go after you go to your house. At that moment, I liked his behavior. His respect towards girl brought a good impression on him. As I couldn't deny, I simply nodded. He parked the car and accompanied me to the park. We were walking on the path. The park was almost empty. Hardly there were 3 or 4 people. Weather was so cold, as if snow would fall. There was complete silence between us. We could ever hear the sound of our footsteps. Then I spoke, not to make ours. Can we sit on the bench? I asked, looking at his. As he nodded, we sat on it. Why, if you don't mind, can I ask you something? Yeah, what's that? Why did you react that way in the afternoon? I mean, at the restaurant. Well, I don't like opening about this matter near anyone, but for the first time I'm feeling telling like you. I hope you won't judge later. If it's that personal, then please don't say. I'm just curious. That's why I asked. I'm sorry. No, I'm fine. What happened was, I was in a relationship 3 years back. It was my first love and also a sweet love. I loved him so much, I cared for him so much. But one fine day, I caught him with my friend. Then I knew. Till then, he was just pretending with me to get closer with my friend. Tears found their way out of my eyes. Then we broke up. I was shattered completely. My dreams, desires, everything was burned under his fake love. I was depressed. Then one day I realized what I'm losing in my life, and that is my time. And also, I knew what I got is that me, myself. Yeah, I decided to love myself instead of expecting from anyone. From then on, I believe if I can't love myself, then no one else can love me. I burst out almost after a year, which didn't happen. I felt like I need a shoulder to cry on. My past used to flash in front of my eyes most of the time, but I wasn't like this. Then Jungkook moved closer to me and pulled me closer to him by wrapping his hand around my shoulder and said by tapping, it's okay. I can understand your pain. You are covering your pain with a smile. I saw my sister. She also went through this situation. From then, I turned to cold hearted because I thought love emotion doesn't exist in the world. And also, I thought if I fell in love, I should not hurt their sister like someone hurted my sister. I was just hearing him while resting my head on his shoulder. We were comforting each other as somehow we were in the same situation. After some time, I go and moved away from him little bit. Thanks for your comfort. Me too, thanks for sharing your deepest past and trusting me. I just smiled slightly while he also smiled. Slowly, my body started trembling because of the weather. I was rubbing my palms and putting on my cheeks as the giving warmth. Then he took off his jacket and put on me. When sorry for answering you rudely in the morning, he said hesitantly while looking down as he could not say on my face, it's okay, I forgot it already. One point of view. We talked for a while, shared about each other's interest, laughed heartfully. I was not this much happy in these 3 years. I read in one book that sometimes strangers will be a source of our happiness. Maybe this is what writer meant in that book. After spending much time, he dropped me at my home and left. That whole night we were thinking about each other. Where is Vayan? I haven't seen her till now. It's been 2 days since I saw her. From that last night, I was waiting for the time to spend with her. He thought to himself, then guests were welcoming the bride. His eyes fell on me while I was walking along with Surgeon, as I'm a bridesmaid. His eyes glued to me as if he never saw a girl like me. Wow, she's so pretty. Bride and groom stood in front of the priest facing each other. The priest started reading the gospel. Then I went near to Jungkook and stood beside him. Vayan, you are looking so beautiful, he whispers. Thank you, you smiles back. After some time, I went out as one of my friends said someone wanted to meet me. I came outside and was searching for him. Then he slowly came out from the side of the pillar. He was one whom I hate the most. He was none other than my ex. Why, I'm so sorry. he said as soon as I approached him. Why did you come now? Just leave me. I don't want to see your face. I was pushing him to go from there while he was trying to hold me. Then his face turned into serious mode. I said, come with me. I want you. I want you desperately. He tried to lay a hand on my shoulder, but then the person whom I am trusting now came and grabbed his wrist and spoke by bending it. You piece of trash. I didn't know you are her ex. If I had known, I would have crushed you into pulp. As the wedding going on, everyone was inside, but luckily Jungkook came to save me. Mr. John, you here? He was trembling with fear seeing Jungkook. John? It means CEO of John Enterprises. It's me. I'm the boyfriend of YN. When he said, I was stunned and looked at him. Then he pulled me closer by my waist. We are getting married next week. Even if you don't believe me, look at this. He attached his lips on mine and kissed smoothly while my eyes widened in the shock. I'm sorry, sir. I will not repeat. He ran from there. I was in shock and stood frozen at that place. Then Jungkook made me come to normal by tapping shoulder. Ryan, I'm sorry. I did that without your consent. Leave that, but tell me, are we getting married next week? If you say yes, then it will happen. I'm in love with you. If you are okay with my proposal, then our marriage will be next week. As a broken heart, I decided to not get into any relationship, but after knowing about his behavior, I couldn't help myself falling for him. Then I simply nodded with a smile as I also started loving him. I hope you won't break my heart. If you have that type of idea, then we can drop here. He hugged me tightly with tears in his eyes. Then a drop fell on my shoulder. As tears witnessed his love, I hugged him back. When I'm loving you sincerely, I'm not a person to break your heart. Just trust me. Please don't reject my proposal. I understand you are so emotional. Don't worry. I'm accepting your proposal. Love you too, Jungkook. We broke the hug. Tell me, how do you know him? Ah, that dump. He worked as a manager in one of my companies. Then he used to harass female employees. I found and gave him a nice treatment. Like that, I knew him. Oh, thank God for taking the worst person like him and giving the best person like you. Sometimes everything is good for us. He chuckled. We both intertwined our hands and went inside to the wedding ceremony.